ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about dungeon exploring with Frieren. Now, this episode, I feel like I'm saying this week to week, I liked it a lot, but this one we finally have the second exam starting. Seems very simple, but could be more complicated, but it also reminded me of something very important. The journey is more important than the destination, and quote by Jing from Hunter x Hunter. We're gonna get into that, and Himmel is him. So let's get into it. First, we start with Zenze explaining the second exam. Like I said, very simple, just a dungeon raid, the ruins of the king's tomb, and the only thing that they have to do is reach the innermost depths, and everybody that reaches there is going to pass. And what I liked was how she went about the exam. She is a pacifist, makes things hard, but I liked how that guy asked, hey, are you trying to fail us again? A snarky comment, of course, to question, considering her reputation, how we knew how many got failed in the past. But I really liked her answer, honestly. Straight to the point and shot that guy instantly. You wanna be a first-class mage, right? First-class mages make the impossible possible. She obliterated that guy there. I like that quite a lot. But also, she's gonna put her money where her mouth is, so to say. She's going to go down with them as a supervisor. She's not gonna help, not gonna get involved, just for them to be able to prove it who reached there and for her to supervise. Now, she also has an escape mechanism for them, gives them this bottle golems made by the first mage Lernen, first class mage there. Pretty good, kind of have a safety net there considering where they're going in unexplored dungeons. But I always like dungeons, these fantasies, RPGs, it's kind of a staple of the genre, so to say. Now, everybody's going to have different approaches, and I like this. Dinken brought up a really good point. Hey, we should cooperate. There's no competition here. We can all reach down. It's gonna be much easier for us. But of course, ego comes in, mistrust, panic, whatever reason. A lot of people aren't gonna want to cooperate, especially one of them was kind of an asshole, that guy. I'm really curious what's going to happen to him. But they kind of split into groups. Some take their own parties, some go solo, some the parties they had previously. But now we have Frieren and Fern finally grouping up again, and Zenze decides to go with them, which seems good at the start. We're going to get into that one. Now, what I really liked here was Frieren has a lot of experience with dungeons. They start mapping, she knows how traps works, everything warns them. She's kind of like the guide, so to say, in dungeon. And why she knows so much is because of Himmel, and this was probably one of my favorite scenes in the episode. We see a bit, like I said, flashbacks are great for Frieren. Now, the flashback is with Himmel and him liking dungeons and kind of giving this passion to Frieren after he died. He likes to explore and even turns back when they reach the end of the dungeons because they haven't explored everything there, and he just wants to help others as they explore, as they live life, as they enjoy things until the end. And somehow along the way he also saved the world, and I really like that concept. The journey is more important than the destination, and this is where it reminded me of a quote with Jing, Hunter x Hunter. Spoiler here, if you haven't reached the end, skip a bit there. Spoiler again, Hunter x Hunter. The quote in question being, you should enjoy the little detours to the fullest, because that's where you'll find the things more important than what you want. Which is very, very true. Even in real life, we're very focused on, hey, I need to do this, that, which that's not to say those things aren't important, but also getting there is important. How you get there, how you enjoy, with who you interact, with what you interact. I really like that moment, and I kind of needed something like that. I've had a shitty week, and something simple like this can lift up your spirits a bit, so to say. So Himmel, Frieren, thank you for that moment, and I liked how he baited Frieren. She didn't want to do this. Like, maybe we're gonna find a grimoire, and she was instantly, hey, let's go. So yeah, awesome flashback there. Now back in the present, we have Khan and Lavin teaming up to go in. Denken still disappointed they didn't want to cooperate. The other ones forms a group with Richter, with Laufen, another girl, and they're kind of 5 together. So everybody's splitting to go into the dungeons. There are multiple entrances there, but what I really liked was how it felt like the others were taking the hard route. Denken, all of the other groups, and then you had Frieren and Fern and Zenze, of course, enjoying the journey, messing around, spending time, laughing so much when we see Frieren versus a mimic. We know what's gonna happen, we always know the result. She's like, they tested it, yes, it's a mimic. We used the spell, 99% chance it's a mimic. Yes, but what about that 1% chance? She had to do it. She goes in and loses instantly. The mimic catches her for trying to pull her out. It was fun. This is how you enjoy dungeon exploring and everything. Probably the dungeon's gonna get serious maybe later on, but so far, then while they're messing around, we have Denken and his group dodging traps. They even get attacked by gargoyles, and then they went hard on the animation, the fighting there. They didn't have to go that hard, but Frieren keeps the quality very much so. Now, one of their group, a girl, gets pushed into this spiked wall room, about to get crushed. They couldn't save her, so she has to break the bottle with the golem. That golem just busts out, breaks the wall, beeline straight for the exit. I really like that. So the golem are a very good safety net. But here they already lost one, so the dungeons can get harder and harder. Now we have Frieren has a lot of experience with mimics. Tells Fern, stop trying to pull me, just push me in, so the mimic spits her out and she is out. Apparently when she's alone she kind of blows them away with magic but makes her hair curly, so that's why. This is such a nice moment there. They even get attacked by gargoyles after that. They defeat them before they move, so hey, experience attack before they attack you, of course. You will find a chest with medals, so spending time there, and she does the same move as Himmel. She returns when they reach the correct route. We haven't explored enough, and she collects a bunch of things, trash, but it's her treasure. Somebody else's trash could be your treasure, or vice versa. But being so happy, relaxed, enjoying life, living in the moment, this is why I like that so much, and I needed it, especially today. Then we have Zenze being a bit confused, not understanding Fern, not Frieren, saying, you are very talented, but you don't have that passion, that obsession with you. And what hit hard here just shows how good this show is. Fern said she became a mage to repay a debt to Hyter, and made me think that feels like a lifetime ago, and it literally is. The show were in episode 23, but the pacing, the way it was written, the way they showcased the passage of time, everything, it feels like I've watched that years ago, but it's also fresh in my memory. I don't know how to put it into words exactly, but it felt so nostalgic seeing that scene again with Fern and Hyter when they were there on that cliff. So awesome, perfect moment for a flashback of the beginning of the show. But now Fern likes seeing Frieren being happy. That's kind of a new passion for her. We saw her enjoying everything and made her smile also, so that smile is kind of contagious in a way, and I really liked that. Kind of gave her a reason to live, to push forward, to enjoy magic, life, and everything. But here we see probably alluding to something, this big room with this shiny something, so maybe there's gonna be something more dangerous into the dungeon. I don't know, maybe you guys know what that symbol is, maybe we saw it before. If you haven't seen it, don't tell me. If you're a manga reader, don't spoil, please. Then we have kind of the raid boss here a bit towards the end. First we have Rebels group, they get ambushed, and clones of them get created, even of him, of Sharf and Here. They have to beat themselves basically. On the other side also Denken get clone, a list of Laufen, they beat it easily there. I still don't know who that girl mage is with them, she seems very powerful. But he makes a comment that the clones are too perfect, too good, maybe even memories, skills, magic, feeling, the way they move. I don't know how true that is, considering what happens next. My first thought was like, hey, are we gonna have a Frieren clone? How is that going to work out? Yes, that's exactly what happens. Then they reach into a room and Frieren is there, clone battle mode, ready to fight, and Richter is like, huh, you're gonna beat them. I really like that comment there, Richter. And Denken was honest. If it wasn't an exam, I would have used the bottle already with the golem there. So I don't know how exactly true those clones are, but yeah, Denken already had a taste of Frieren a few episodes. So I'm very excited to see next week how they're gonna beat Frieren as a clone. I'm curious. Hopefully we'll get an explanation how those clones work. Is it a defense mechanism? Did somebody cast them? We're gonna find out. And I'm curious about that room in the dungeon and what exactly is there. So overall, very exciting with the second exam. I'm liking it quite a lot. And the break moment, the downtime we had last episode, even amplified this episode even more a bit. So yeah, overall another great episode with Frieren. I'm really curious what you guys thought about it. Let me know in the comments below. And would you go exploring a dungeon, and what kind of type of person are you? More about enjoying the journey or the destination? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Frieren. Make sure you check out the podcast, Because Anime. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.